55192. Want to send me a text if you have been watching live. You can thank Durbert Skunkslington for helping out today. That's a real mouthful back there in the video department. Thank you so much. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, on our totally free app, and you do it from out of state, I always like to know where people are. You can see this map over my shoulder. That is a map of our bureau chiefs. People who are new to the program say, Alan, why do you have a map behind you? Each one of those push pins there is a listener or a group of listeners for the larger metro areas. And we have, since the app is available all throughout North America, we don't have a Mexican bureau chief. We don't have any expats. We don't have anyone who listens in Mexico. But we have some people overseas. We have Canadian bureau chiefs. We have Ray listens in Vancouver. Robin's in Toronto. We've got Oleg in London, Ontario. Molly listens in Falls Church, Virginia. Ryan's in Seattle. Brittany's in Austin, Texas. Thanks, one and all. Does anybody watch... What?
That was just like a little burp. A little burpy burp.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I thought I was interrupting.
No.
Does anybody watch... I talked about it briefly just as an aside because I thought the premise was so funny. Is anybody actually watching Claim to Fame?
No, that's the one with the siblings that are famous.
You have to guess what famous
relative
person the contestant is related to. This is the latest iteration of a competition reality show. It's hosted by the Jonas Brothers. This is on ABC. I think this is the second season. I thought it was the first season, but I think they did it last season, where they had Keke Palmer's sister. They had Jason Aldean's cousin. So they give the people clues, and then you have to guess, based on those clues, who they're related to. And then that's how you win. If it's two people and the one person guesses correctly, the person they guess is off. So they had Cindy Crawford's niece and Whoopi Goldberg's granddaughter and Tiffany Haddish's sister. They had Brittany Favre. How, if you have the same name, it's Brett Favre's daughter.
Well, do they? I don't think they tell them the names, do they?
I don't know.
I've never watched it, but I think they leave clues and stuff.
The identical twin brother of Laverne Cox.
Oh, yeah, because Laverne is
Transgender.
Oh, yeah.
Zendaya's cousin. Chuck Norris's grandson. Anyway, that was season one. I thought this was the first season. It is not. They have already gotten rid of their first contestant, a girl named Carly Reeves, who went viral because she flipped the F out when the other contestant guessed who her relative was. Have you seen this clip?
I have not. This sounds awesome.
I saw it.
She's the very first person to be eliminated. She is Tom Hanks's niece. Her name is Carly Reeves, and she is pissed. So there's a guy, because they give these people clues. And it's her and a guy, and he has to guess who she's related to, and he guesses. They have all the people gathered, and then they go, let's see if you're right. And then they do this countdown, and they show the screen and who the person, and they put up Tom Hanks' picture. And she's very upset. Well, she still has her mic on when she goes back to her room to pack her crap. And so everybody hears her flip out.
Damn. These freaking clues are so freaking obvious. Freaking bench. That's a freaking poster of the freaking Forrest Gump. Are you kidding me? She's screaming, she's screaming, she's screaming, she's screaming. Why a bench? Why a bench?
What a bench.
Why a bench? Mm-hmm. What other movie has a bench? Of course they guessed Forrest Gump.
She's screaming, she's screaming, she's screaming. Why a bench? Why a bench? There's literally no reference to benches on any other movie. Even Gabriel found that out. He's not even, like, smart.
For real? That's cold. Damn.
I didn't even get to do any challenges. I don't deserve this. I should have more camera time. I should be
What is with everybody else
in the Tom Hanks family? Between Chet and her, and his older son, Colin, he's a talented guy. Everybody else, all these other, they're not even hangers-on. They're just relatives.
There's
That'd be so
there's relatives
embarrassing.
that could be hangers-on.
Well, right, but I'm just saying they're all aspiring something. I'm sure she's an aspiring actress. I'm sure the first things out of her mouth are, "I'm Tom Hanks's niece." This is probably the first time ever that she didn't introduce herself that way. Why a bench? So frickin' obvious.
There's no other
movies with benches.
What other movies have benches in it? She might be right. There might be a super obvious one.
I don't know.
Bench warmers?
I like how they clearly put the echo on her scream post-prod, right?
Damn.
These freaking colors are so freaking obvious. Freaking bench. That's the freaking poster of the freaking Forrest Gump. Are you kidding me? She's screaming. Why a bench? There's literally no reference to bench.
I mean, they could have said a box of chocolates. Imagine if she was doing it in that Jamaican patois that dumb Chet Hayes does. Booyah shaka! A bench!
Any other movie, even Gabriel found that out. He's not even, smart.
For real? That's cold. Damn.
I didn't even get to do any challenges. I don't deserve this. I should have more camera time. I should be here longer.
Yeah.
Be here longer.
I don't know if that's the way to go about it, but
camera time.
yeah. So last season, Keke Palmer's sisters who ended up winning. L'Oreal Chanel Palmer. Keke Palmer's sister from the South Side of Chicago. Keke Palmer is a very talented actress. I like her in a lot of stuff. So anyway, Carly Reeves, Tom Hanks's niece, is the first one voted off this season. They all move into a house together. They have to figure out which celebrities the other contestants are related to. The final contestant, the winner, gets a $100,000. So it's hosted by or presented by Kevin Jonas and Frankie Jonas. I don't know who that is.
He's the bonus. That's the point. He's the bonus Jonas. He's their.
He's the one who's not famous?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's called the bonus Jonas?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they used to call him as a kid because everyone knew the Jonas Brothers, but they were like, they would do like a Disney Channel exclusive, whatever feature, and they were like, we actually have a younger brother, Frankie. He's not old enough to be in the band, and they called him.
Oh,
the
is
bonus
that
Jonas.
what it is?
Yeah.
He was just younger than them?
Yeah, he's a lot younger.
Yeah.
I see.
What, a good 6 years or 7 years?
This says he's
younger
22.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so
all in
probably
their
made
30s.
10, yeah.
Oh,
Even
okay.
Nick is in his 30s. He's like my age.
Yeah, Nick's married to Priyanka Chopra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Funny how that worked out. He found an Indian girl whose last name was Jonas. No? Yeah, he's 30. Because she's considerably older than he is.
Yes, and they had a child via surrogate.
Circuit? What?
Surrogate.
He's an electrician? Oh.
God, touching his back was probably one of the highlights of my life. That was a
Your
big,
entire life?
Oh,
That
right.
was like
That's
a
the one you took a
muscular
picture
back.
with at Oak Tree.
I've
Was
had-
Nick Jonas.
There was a couple hot guys like Charlie Puth. We kind of like sprung it on him, so it was,
you did. It was
so-
a boner Jonas that day.
I didn't really touch Charlie Puth. He kind of like got in between me and Erica, but Nick, we cuddled up for that one. I put my hand on his shoulder.
He scooted in between my kids.
Yep, and then he touched my side. I was like, he got his arm around me.
Wow.
But you know,
My
I
kids
was
wanted
cool.
to take a picture with him, and they'd only take one picture, so we all had to
We'd get in together.
gather around. And
Made sure it was next
Erica
to Mr.
and
Cock.
Poundcake were just like, we'll be here.
Just had to bot you guys out. I just got a bunch of hands around me, but one of them was Nick's.
Huh. And so all you guys were in that picture?
Yeah.
But then when they posted, they cropped us all out.
It was just me and Erica.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's lame.
Pika was like next to me. I said, bye, Pika. Just chopped him right off.
Wow. That's cold.
No, it's not. They would have done the exact same thing had they been next to Nick.
Why?
Because
You don't know that.
We were the ones that asked. No one else asked.
Everybody was asking.
No.
That's why we were all standing around.
You were all there, but everyone was scared to ask.
No, I asked.
I don't remember that. But it doesn't matter. You guys waited too long. He was lining up. He was standing right there, and I scooted on in. I said, turn sideways, had my little foot out.
My kids are shy, so they're not going to be like, let me just
bulldozering it. Yeah.
That is not my problem.
It really isn't.
It's not my problem. I wanted the picture too.
And even if it was his problem, he wouldn't care. He'd still bulldoze his way through.
Get your face in a space. You waited too long. You can speak up for him. Get on in there. Poundcake got the way.
That's how he does it. He talks a good game.
But yeah, muscular. He's all muscle. He may be short. He's shorter than me.
Well, that's why he's all muscle.
The dude's just literally just a brick.
Sure. He's tiny. He's got to build himself up.
It's
Alan,
weird.
there's a bench scene in The Sixth Sense.
There you go.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have occurred to me. And again, I don't watch the show. I only saw this clip because that's the one that went wide. Alan, Poundcake knows that Joe Jonas is hotter.
But
I mean, he seems to be, to the untrained eye, the most attractive of those boys.
Yeah, but I didn't.
He's the one married to Sophie Turner, right?
Yes.
From Game of Thrones.
And then there's
X-Men.
just Kevin.
What's that?
Kevin's the oldest, right?
And there's just Kevin.
And everybody's like, no, he's there.
Yeah.
Well, growing up, I thought Joe was the hottest because he had the best hair, and then he chopped the hair off, and I'm like, okay, they're both facially attractive, but if I'm judging by bodies, Nick has the body type that I like, that I most resonate with.
But Kevin Jonas is the one who's kind of got the civilian wife, right?
Yes.
He just married a normal.
A normie. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, she like owns a jewelry company or something, but I don't think she's like an actress. She's not.
They did a reality show for a little bit, but it wasn't. I don't think it got renewed, or maybe they just quit because they don't need the money.
All right.
It was like Married to Jonas.
Married to Jonas.
And like, I hate those because it's clearly a money grab. They were just doing it because they're popular. But there was no drama. Like, it was like, oh, I don't know. Every time your mom comes over here, Kevin, she always makes fun of my silverware. Like, that's the type of stuff they were arguing about. Like, I don't know if our marriage is going to last because his mom's very condescending and doesn't like
Make fun of the silverware.
Yeah.
Well, the Jonas Brothers are coming to Cleveland this fall, September 18th. They're doing the Romo Fijo on their tour.
And Nick is a fellow Virgo like me, so we have that in common.
You and Boots Riley.
He didn't say not one word. That's really how they cocoon these celebrities. Because had he said, hey, or something, I would be like, oh, I could say something about him. But the fact that he said nothing and his handler spoke for him, she was like, one picture for everyone. We were like, okay. I said, I like your song. Didn't say anything. He just stood there like a brick. Like,
you also never know when you're getting these people in their day either.
Right.
I know he was there promoting his. Like, he probably was very busy. Clearly, if he was here, that was the Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas tour. So maybe he was under pressure for that tour.
Now, if she had been there, I would have been the one bulldozing my way through everyone.
Get out of the way, kids.
I would have it would have been like a cartoon. I would have been throwing you all to the side like origami.
The most interactive celebrity I've met that was like talking to me and like giving me tea was Sammy Adams. You guys know who Sammy Adams is? Okay. Yeah, I interviewed him in
I know who
college.
Sammy Hagar is, and I'll tell you something. That guy, very short on tea. He spilled no tea when I was talking to Sammy Hagar backstage. And he's short too. No, I don't know who you're talking about.
He's a rapper. He made
Sammy
Adams. Yeah, he made the song All Night Longer. But
well, if I don't know him, I'm definitely not going to know his song.
it's a really fun song. I interviewed him when I was in college.
I believe you. This was a long time ago then.
Yeah. This was like back in WZIP ZTV days. So
I thought what's his name was a big deal to you.
He came on my radio show. Sammy Adams was doing a show, and I had a friend that was in ZTV, and she got backstage access, and she was like, we're just going to do a quick TV interview. And for whatever reason, she asked me to help. I don't know why she wanted me there, but I just got to see firsthand because I was sitting backstage. I didn't really have to do much. And he was doing meet and greets, and these groupies were just coming in, and they were just whispering stuff to him. And he was like, he just looked like, ugh, girl, get out of my face. Like, they were just saying these. I know they were just saying sexual stuff to him, and he just was not having it.
You know they were saying sexual things to him.
Yeah, because they were wearing super short skirts and short everything. And maybe he was in a mood that day too, but
a non-sexual mood.
Yeah, he was fun.
Alan, hate the show. I have to admit, that Drunk Sue segment was very uplifting. It was nice to hear that, she was being selfless and, like you said, paying it forward. So that was a great segment. Made my day. Thanks. Bye.
But now it's not selfless anymore because
why?
I was going to try and figure out a way, but no, it's good. It's still good.
Because that guy got something out of it? Yeah, but she didn't know that.
Yeah, she didn't know.
It's rare that you hear, let's be candid. Whoever thought they'd hear the words Drunk Sue and trust fund in the same sentence? Good for her. I've got to take a break. If you want to get the last word in, send me a text to do it that way. 35192. Guardians game is past, which means you will get the full-on Corey Roddick experience tonight after 6:30, along with your next chance to grab some money. So listen for that next keyword coming up from the Buzzard Bookie.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell it to